and welcome to Blockbuster Bums. Kick back your recliner, crack open a beer, and let's talk movies. And today, we're not going to talk about movies at all. We're going to talk about us and the podcast. And since...
And Alex, you can.
Yes, you can't even see me.
Yeah.
Willard, do you mind moving that
I
camera?
guess we could have switched spots.
Starting out with a bang, boys.
Thank you, sir. That being said...
Product placement.
Tomorrow is our 1 year anniversary of releasing our first episode. So we decided we thought we would do a 1 year anniversary episode where we would have a bunch of the guys on. We would talk about how the pod came to be and so on and so forth. So, people that have made appearances are in the room. The most people we've ever had on a Blockbuster Bums episode before. There's 7 of us here currently, as you can see. And like I said, this isn't gonna be about movies. It's gonna be about us and the pod. And that being said, I guess we can get started on kind of how the pod came to be, which kind of started actually at work for Tom and Barry and I. We were sitting in my office one day talking about movies, and we realized Barry had never seen the James Bond movies.
Yeah, it's true. Most of them, at least. I'd seen a couple, but I never would have otherwise gone back and watched, movies from the 60s and 70s. And frankly, I thought that I would hate all of the Roger Moore movies just from what I knew of that era of filmmaking and like the little jokey sorts of things that existed there. But I'm so glad you guys introduced me to the extended James Bond movie franchise because it's probably my favorite at this point. So thanks, guys.
Okay.
Well, I would say, I know how I felt, but I think Tom felt the same way. You can say, Tom, but I was a little dumbfounded Barry had never seen the Bond movies before.
Yeah, well, like I said, certain ones, even certain ones I'd never even seen, just because, like I said, the adults around me, they just didn't buy them. Because, like I said, they either had a preference to who was their Bond or something like that. So if it wasn't on TV or if I didn't rent it, I never seen it. But so it was cool to watch them all in chronological order, even. And I think that was even better to see, the evolution of the different Bonds to actually, make my own argument and everything. All right, I've seen them. I've seen the different acting, the rise and fall of each of the actors and all. So, I can actually formulate my own opinion rather than just piggyback off, adults and stuff. Like Barry said, stuff you've heard and all that.
Yeah, I can blame Austin Powers probably for making me largely disinterested in James Bond movies.
I like Austin Powers. Yeah, I was gonna say, I love the Austin Powers thing. You need to do that one.
He gave him a bad name, though,
And
because Mike Myers is Canadian, that's why.
From there, it turned into the 3 of us were going to watch the James Bond movies together. Not as in, in the same room, but hey, this week we're all going to watch the Dr. No, and then come back here and to work, essentially, all the free time we have at work, apparently, and talk about it and, compare notes, I guess, essentially. And after we did it for a couple of movies, we're I don't remember how many of us were in the room, maybe all 3 of us, maybe it was just a couple of us, I don't remember. We're this would make a really good podcast.
Just assign ourselves book reports.
And that was as far as our idea went in the moment. And I think for quite a while, actually, we were just we're going to do the James Bond movies. And that was going to be the extent of it.
We didn't talk about because there were so many of them and all. Sadly, we didn't think they passed it. Because I remember we even kicked around the idea of trying to do the books in some type of order as well.
Yeah.
And I was that would have been so daunting. Be cool, but be a lot.
But so the 3 of us were kicking around the idea of a podcast, and I don't remember who asked, but somebody mentioned, how would we essentially accomplish this? What would that look like? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, guys, I know a guy. And I made a phone call right there in my office to none other than Ray. So, Ray, what was that? What do you remember that first phone call?
I was like, oh, great, another podcast. And I'm like, but it's cool because I was a Bond fan, and I'm down with all the Bond movies. So I was like, yeah, let's give this a fucking go and let's see what happens.
And as Ray mentioned, Ray and I are actually on another podcast together that we've mentioned periodically on this pod, Sports the Nemo Way, which actually Wade and Drew are also on.
Crossover.
So the only member of Sports the Nemo Way that's never appeared on this episode is Uncle Doug, the old guy.
Which he watches lots of movies.
But he is scheduled to appear in the future. We just haven't gotten there yet. But that being said, no. So what I was saying is Ray and I do another podcast together. So it was like my phone call was like, Ray, dude, I got another podcast idea. How about we do a second podcast? Which, you know, like Ray said, he was on board. I was the one that had to go home and tell my wife, like, hey, I got another thing to commit my time to.
God damn it, Alex! What the fuck?
Go back.
It's probably pretty similar response to that.
It's like that Evan's voice was like basic Cartman.
And so then we decided to do it. And at the beginning, it was really, really rough schedule wise. Us getting together was really hard. It was very hit and miss. We recorded episodes for quite some time before we actually released them. What are we looking at here, guys? Like,
It was a whole year.
I thought it was longer than that.
Yeah, probably over a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Time.
I think we recorded episodes for over it. Now, again, we were hit and miss. It wasn't like we were recording every week or even every month.
Yeah, I think there was a time where we didn't record for what was it, like 3 months or something?
Yeah, I think we went a
Yeah.
3-month period without recording an episode at one point in time. It was really it was definitely not as streamlined as we have it right now. Knock on wood. I'm not trying to jinx us there.
Yeah.
We cleaned it up after a while.
We did, and that we had a lot of ideas. I mean, the pod is definitely transformed. We even did some things that didn't work.
We even changed location.
We changed location.
That's what I was about to say. I remember you guys at the other place. That's how long you've been doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our other podcast has changed location like 3 times.
Like 3 or 4 times. We've had like
We
4.
used to own a cat. Like,
Yeah, I still do.
The cat's still here.
He's still here.
Yeah, the cat's still here. He's just not in the studio.
He's not allowed in the nice room.
He liked to attack Alex during our other podcast.
We didn't like
Alex
that.
never been a cat person.
But anyway, so we started recording and we weren't releasing, and we would have these conversations of we can't start releasing until we get serious about recording, you know, because the last thing we wanted to do was start releasing episodes and then have go periods of time without releasing again because we didn't have episodes. So then we kind of like made the commitment, like, hey, we're gonna be better. And we have a shitload of we reached a point where we had a shitload, even though we were missing time. We had recorded for long enough that we ended up with, I think, about 50 episodes recorded before we released our first episode. Because when we would get together, we wouldn't record one episode. We were actually recording 2 and 3, sometimes 4 episodes when we would meet and get together. You could probably tell by our clothes. You know, Tom's giving you his nipple shots for 4 straight episodes because he recorded in the same clothes those 4 straight
It's
episodes.
mesmerizing. Gotta give the people what they want.
And for the viewers out there, just let you know, we're not like these rich kids who be sucking off the nipples of their rich daddies. We actually have day jobs, and we have to schedule around that and try and get through families and events and stuff. So it takes a little bit for us to schedule some events. So for all those little kid streamers you watch out there, we got actual jobs. We got to deal with.
We have jobs. Barry and I have families. So it makes things a little bit more difficult sometimes. And we have another podcast.
Yeah, we have another night of your week.
But that being said, the next person to join our ranks was none other than Wade.
Yeah.
So we decided to have Wade join us. Do you remember why, Wade?
Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much the reason, right?
It is the reason.
You
You
missed
guys are
those
looking for a
You
Daniel.
missed those episodes though.
I got 2. I was there for 2. I missed my favorite one, but
Yeah, he missed his favorite Bond movie. But
That's what I mean.
Yeah. I was mainly there for Skyfall, and I didn't make it there.
like the one that, it's like the one that I know mattered. Like,
Yeah, I would have fought for that one, but yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I think I was the only Daniel Craig fan You really knew it, wasn't that? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean
we
we
didn't tear him apart as bad as you would think.
didn't.
Like,
I don't know if you've
well,
gone back and listened to him, Wade, but
I listened to.
Like honestly, like I'll be honest. I went into it ready to whoop Craig's ass like he was in that chair. But
gotta
then I
think
was
from
like,
my perspective.
yeah,
I was
but-
born in the '90s, where Pierce Brosnan was James Bond. Like, what the fuck is that? It's like watching a scary. You know how like Scary Movie makes fun of movies? That like Pierce Brosnan is the Scary Movie
like a
of James
parody of
Bond.
himself,
They're just
like-
making fun of all the other movies with gadgets and stupid shit. And then Daniel Craig shows up and makes actual cool movies. So I was really into it.
Yeah, it probably would have been better if he was sad and had an identity crisis the whole time.
you and your emo James Bond. Like,
Oh, who wants the same thing for 60 years straight? I don't want to watch the same movie 38 times. I want to watch something different.
hey, we throw
Over
in caricatures.
60
Like,
years. Sean Connery can suck it.
Scotland forever, goddamn. Like, it's the Highlander.
anyway,
Oh,
Wade
shit.
showed up and did, I think he said, 2 Bond episodes with us, and then I don't remember what happened. Something happened, and Wade had to cancel for the rest of the Craig series.
Sex.
I think he was in a deep depression after watching
I really don't remember why I didn't go.
Quantum of Solace.
And we had planned to do all the Craig stuff with Wade because, like he said, he was the only Craig fan we knew, and then he ditched us. I'm sure it was something really important, and then Wade has made appearances here and there since then, and all those appearances have not yet been released. So you'll see Wade appear. Actually,
Yeah.
you appeared in the
Concession stand.
in the Bond concession stand, didn't you?
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I might have. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
remember
did
we was
too.
eating them
I don't remember
fucking
that one. I can't remember.
We were
that one.
eating
did, yeah.
that dry ass
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
yeah, that dry ass
cookies.
cracker thing.
yeah, the dry crackers and
Yeah.
the orange flavor cookies and
I forgot all about that one. Yeah.
Hey, come on,
Yep.
those people are living like Mad Max times right now. We gotta cover them.
so you appeared in that one. That one's been released, and you will appear in more that have not been released yet.
Yeah.
So that was Wade's essentially introduction to being a bum, and then we brought in Drufus.
yeah.
So Drew, what do you remember of your beginnings of the bums?
I remember. I don't know if you talked to me after one of the nights for other podcasts, or you just texted me and you were like, "Do you like Rocky?" I was like, "Of course, Alex, of course." But then the main thing is, I was like, "I love Rocky 4," and you're like, "Yep, Drew has to be on for at least through 4." And that was the plan. I was just doing 1 for 4. I wasn't gonna be here for none of that 5 BS and all that. But then I think something came up with Barry. Barry was there, and then you texted me. You said, "Would you come back for 5?" I said, "Well, I just said for like 3 episodes straight, I won't be on 5. I won't be on 5." And then there I was.
So what was the big argument about 4?
That's
Me and Alex love like the music and the montage. It's a
Yeah.
great story. The left hand of righteousness defeats communism. And then Tom and Ray did not like the montages.
It was a music
I
video.
don't like Rocky 4.
No, I mean it's
I'm
all
all
right,
for defeating communism.
but it's just a music video the whole time.
It's a man movie.
It's
a music video.
Rocky 4 is a superbly fun movie. We've all agreed on that. But it is 1/3 montage.
We
Well, I mean,
we needed
you
more
have
robots.
this giant,
I mean, something
out Russian villain who's just ready to destroy the world. It's just like,
Hey, that is Dr. Dolph Lundgren.
yeah. I love when they do at that time, what was high tech technology workout stuff, and then you look at it now, and you're just like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
Like, what is that thing?
He's just on a treadmill.
It actually has digital numbers on it. Like, what's going on here?
Well, we get Polly a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Drew ended up being throughout the entire
Yeah.
Rocky series. Even I think you're even in the outro.
I think so, yeah. 'Cause I stayed for 5 and 6. I did all
You
of
stay,
them.
yeah, because I think you said Barry had to step out, and so we were like, "Hey, we don't want to record shorthanded, so Drew, come on back."
I was like, okay.
I feel like I owe you an apology.
Well, for making him watch 5, you
Yeah.
probably do.
Yeah, that was
6 is bearable. So,
6. Yeah, 6 is fine. It's
I
just
didn't mind.
yeah, so you were with us through the whole Rocky series. You also appeared in the Bond
Yeah.
concession stand.
It's kind of funny to look back on that. That was after all. So
Yeah, we actually recorded it after Rocky, but then it appeared before Rocky.
So it's kind of like, oh, Drew's just here, and then
Yeah.
there's Drew's segment of his movies.
Yes.
It's funny how the
Yeah.
timeline works.
Yeah.
Like,
hmm And Drew also has recorded at least one other episode that hasn't appeared yet
Oh yeah.
at the
Yeah.
river.
Yep. I was trying to remember. I was like, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's coming up pretty shortly.
Yeah. It was what, Rocky 3 last week, I think.
Yeah, Rocky 3 came
Yeah.
out last week. This will come out not this week.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah. And then we will have Rocky 4, 5, 6, outro, concession stand, and then you'll appear again.
So we still got another like month and a half, so it'll be a little while.
Yeah, but
It'll be fine.
so
in
mark your
podcast
calendars.
world, it's not
Mark
that
your calendars.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're a Drew fan. Like,
We're getting a bunch of Drew content. right
yeah, that's all it is. Like, just mapping out the whole thing.
Well, and I guess we'll move on to AJ over here in the corner. AJ's situation is a little bit more complicated. AJ's recorded like 20 some episodes with us, and not a single one of them have appeared yet.
Oh, yeah.
So AJ, but that being said, how do you remember our initial recruitment of AJ to the pod?
Well, I also worked with you, Tom, and Barry,
Yes.
and we talk about movies and TV shows and all that a lot. And we had talked about Band of Brothers in the past. It was over the years that we've known each other. So I was getting time to record that. You asked if I'd want to come on as a guest, and I was all for it. I love Band of Brothers, so
Yes.
yeah.
So I don't think we've actually announced it.
It is good.
So there is our official announcement: is Band of Brothers is our next thing that we are recording after we finish with Rocky. And the intro to Band of Brothers has Drew and Wade in it. So they will both be appearing in that. And of course, AJ is actually in the entire. Not of course. We are telling you that AJ will appear in the entire season, intro included. Unfortunately, Barry skips the whole season.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was on hiatus.
Hiatus. Yeah.
Barry was banned.
He was right. He was actually writing a book, is what he was doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Poetry.
It was about how penises go into vaginas.
Amongst other things.
That being said, that's kind of how all of us came about to be a bum.
Well, I was a bum
Like,
long before.
that flowed well.
But I guess I'll just ask to the room. Anybody can answer that wants to. How do you think the pod has changed, and other than people coming in and out, obviously, that we've already talked about, how do you think the pod has changed and adapted over the first year?
Well, just in like the Bond series, it went to like a free flow to more kind of structured, and then went back to free flow
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing. It was more like throwing sketty on the wall, seeing if it sticks kind of situation, because we really didn't know how it was going to go, or how to even run that kind of thing. So we were just kind of figuring it out, and it's kind of stuck to the free flow kind of situation
Mm-hmm.
because the structure just didn't work out for us. So we tried a few different things, and the evolution's kind of gone a couple different ways, but it's worked out.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely did try some different formats to our episodes, and we end up deciding what we're doing. I think it's obvious when we switch, but I don't know if how much the listeners notice or nothing or
Right.
anything. But maybe it's because I know it's happening, so it registers to me more. I don't know how the rest of you all felt when we were doing that.
Yeah, I thought that was a huge deal to not try to hit everything beat for beat for beat. It
Yeah.
just wasn't going particularly well, and then just kind of saying screw that, let's just chat and say what we wanna. That went better.
Well, and I think that's when it really just everybody was more comfortable just talking at that point. Because like I said, you weren't trying to confine what you were saying in a time block or like cram your personality or hide anything. Like it allowed people to be more open just for flow of conversation.
I will say from
Like I
my
said, just more relaxing.
yeah, the relaxing is the best thing for me. The episodes where we put ourselves on a time limit.
I love because I sat next to you, just watched you watch that clock.
It was awful. Like I wasn't enjoying recording
No,
because
like,
I was constantly
I was
trying to
enjoying
change
watching it
topics. I
because
was
it
constantly
just
interrupting you
wild.
guys, being like essentially telling you to shut up without telling you to shut up.
Mostly
Like
Tom.
it was Tom a lot, but like but it wasn't like I was like against what he was saying, but it was like dude, you've been talking for 5 minutes and we said we're going to cut this episode off at 40 minutes. Like you
basically what
can't
it is.
take, an eighth of our time to talk about snow globe in space.
No monologues. None.
Soapbox now and then.
So I would like have to like literally interrupt people and be like, "Whoa, how about this, guys?" And then like try and lead us in a different direction because, and like I said, the conversation wasn't bad. It wasn't like it was dead air or we were having issues. It was just like, no, we
Tom's
said
talking too
we
much.
said
Oh
we
my
were
God.
going to cut this episode off at 40 minutes, like, and it would literally I would literally sit here and sweat.
No.
Yeah, like I would be like, man,
No,
I
he
gotta
would
go. I gotta
stress-
get
he would-
deodorant out of my
He
bag.
would he would bounce, and you'd have to see him like switch the computer to his other leg and shit. Like you just see like just the physical frustration and all that. And I'm just sitting here chirping away. Like
Yeah, it wasn't any fun. I was so like I was the main pusher of like we got to go back to the old way because I don't like this. Like
your blood pressure couldn't take it.
it was bad. It was
Pretty much
bad.
you were stressed out and Tom was having a grand time on the couch talking away.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
God damn it, Cronkite, we got to go to commercial.
And like and when Ray was like my backup, Ray would like remind me of like certain time hits. So we said 40 minutes. So at 20 minutes,
Yeah.
Ray would give me a signal. At like 10 minutes, he would give me a signal. And then at 5 minutes, he would give me a signal. And there'd be times where we'd have 5 minutes left and we haven't even started our second segment. And I'm like, what in the fuck? Stop talking, everybody.
Ran out of gang signs to throw up. Like, I got
10 minutes left, and you've
I
only
do
done the
nothing for
Bond
30
theme song.
seconds, 40
Right,
minutes
yeah.
over.
It was a difficult time for Alex. It definitely was. No, I was glad when I was able to. When I literally just said to everybody like I don't like this. I don't want to do it anymore. Let's go back to the old way. And nobody like argued. Nobody was like, no, I like this way. It was like, all right, let's go back, and it worked out fine after that. So, yeah. Ray, how long have we been going, man?
We're about 23.
Oh, cool. Well, does anybody have anything else they want to add to how the pod came to be, how the pod's doing, anything?
I would actually like to ask Barry, like, if he could go back and watch any Bond now, like, if you just had the itch to watch a James Bond, which movie would it be?
Alex Holtz's favorite, Octopussy.
I mean, why? Like,
Because I love
like,
Roger
it's-
Moore, and I love the
You make fun of me.
lighthearted craziness of Octopussy, and it also has some really good tense scenes and excellent villains.
You guys better be careful. Aunt Brenda loves Roger Moore. And
I know she does.
Octopus is
I know
her.
she does.
That's her favorite. My mom. That's
And what about you, Tom? I think you've been
No, like,
brought over too.
Honestly, like, it would be like Diamonds Are Forever.
Mm.
Like, because if I had to go back and watch it, yeah, like, I already know what I would do. Like, I would get, like, a nice drink or a smoke and sit down and, like, it would be serious enough for me to take it for what it is and all that with a spy movie and secret agent stuff. But like you said, like there's enough little like comical moments that just like it just make me smile. Like it's like all right, like.
But
this
where
is-
were
this
the
is what it
diamonds?
be. Do what?
But where are the diamonds?
I got them.
You're in
Yeah.
Tom's ass.
Different season entirely, but yes. Like,
No, I will. I guess I'll say real quick. All I do is I watch either a movie that I like or a movie that I'm kind of about. But all I do is show up and run my mouth a little bit, and Ray does the work, and Alex too, I believe. I don't know what Alex really does. But Ray, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
And
Laptop
Alex,
and a notebook.
and Alex too.
But I feed off you sometimes, Barry. Sometimes you give me some ammunition, and you load my gun pretty good.
Oh, I mean those are my favorite episodes when Ray and Barry are hyped. Because I'm like, Tom and I can always get hyped. So like when Ray and Barry get hyped, I'm like, this is gonna be a good episode.
Yeah, I enjoy a Ray outburst.
Yeah, and you never know what it's gonna come over. Like you can a lot of times see Ray hyping up, but I'm like, I didn't see it coming over this. Like, like this wasn't Reggie Miller. I mean, I don't.
Gosh.
Yeah, well, that's
Oh, no.
when we
Son of
took
a
it
bitch.
away. Ray came with more notes after we
Yeah.
got rid of the time limit. That's when, like, all right, like,
Yeah, you know it's coming when I wrote a one-page speech.
yeah, Ray's composed like,
Some
like
would
a
call these
thesis and all that.
manifestos.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
On the other podcast, when Ray had this notebook and then he does this dramatic turn the page, he still has
Yeah.
more. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, it's time.
Well, I think that'll wrap up this anniversary episode. We just thought it'd be nice to give you all a little backstory on the pod and how we all came to be on the pod, and we hope you enjoy this little quick weekly update. And we'll get back to Rocky next week. But thanks for tuning in to Blockbuster Bums.